Just waiting to see some comments, and we're taking one step at a time. All right, let's do this. We're live right now. You guys, this is a special time. I'm making 3 recipes. I'm really excited about this, so I hope you guys stick around because I got some apples right there. We're going to do some tips. I'm going to show you guys some tips, and I am excited about that because those tips are really cool. So this is going to be fun. I got some mulberries right here, so I'm making 3 recipes. I want you guys to know that. 3 recipes. So this is Thanksgiving dessert. You can do these during Christmas. You can do this during any holiday. But this is going to be fun. Now these are healthy treats, holiday treats. And I'm going to show you different options you can do with them, which is really fun. And they're actually raw, which is interesting because, hey, why not? Let's do some raw stuff. We don't do that too often where it's just all raw. So this is going to be fun. So these are white mulberries right there. If you guys can take a look, you can actually look. Check out the link. I'll have it below there. Let's look at it this way. Look at that right here. So these are the white mulberries. Check that out. That's really great. And I'll even switch this off to some dates real quick for you. I'll give you kind of a rundown of some of the things. These are medjool dates, okay? And I'm reading some comments. Great to be with you guys too today. This is exciting. 3 recipes. I'm pumped about it. Pumped. 3 recipes. Let's see if I can pull it off, right? So we got the white mulberries right there. We got that. Oh, what's this? What is this? Pray tell, what do I have right here? Wild blueberries. So those are the Wyman's wild blueberries. So those are the ones I use. So here they are right there. How exciting is that? Because I'm going to be making wild blueberry pie. So wild blueberry pie. How cool is that right there? I want to show you guys right here. In the Cleanse to Heal book, I'm doing that one. Okay, there it is. Right? The apple cinnamon stuffed dates. We're going to do that. I'm also doing the apple pie filling. Check that out. And I got these cool little glass jars where I'm going to be putting that in there. And I love these right here. You check it out. The link is below for these. And I'm going to fill these up and it's going to look just like this. So I'm getting excited. You can do this for company. You can do this for family. You can do this like for anybody. You can do this for yourself, for the holidays. How cool is this? What do you guys think? Right? Is this going to be fun or what? So let's get started. And I want to show you some tips as well. We'll get started a little bit. So we're going to start with the apple and date pie filling, right? So I'm going to just have the lid off the processor. And I'm going to put these wild blueberries right up front. You guys, so how are you guys doing? What are you guys doing for your holiday for any different, recipes and things like that? Are you doing different medical medium recipes? Are you doing other stuff? Because I'm excited about these. I want to try these out. I haven't done them in a while, so this is going to be really fun. So let's do a couple of tips with the dates to begin with, okay? So on these dates, and I'll show you right here, okay? So on these dates, you'll see a little cap on these dates. So this is a cool tip right here. You don't want to eat those caps. See? You don't want to eat those caps. People get in trouble. They eat those caps. So they don't blend up. If you blend up dates, that cap's not going to blend up. That cap is going to be like a rock right there inside your treat. So you got to get the caps off. Here's another one. Look at that. There's another one. See these 2 caps? They're hard as rock. So if you have company come over and they're chewing your little treat and those go in there, you get in trouble. These are the stem caps, I call them. You have to take, people just don't realize. Did you take the stem caps off? They're like, what are you talking about? I just threw the dates in the thing. And I'm like, well, you got to get the stem caps off, right? So that's one thing you have to worry about. Another thing too is whenever you're obviously blending up these dates, you want to take the pits out. Yes, I know you guys know that. You guys love the tips? I'm looking at the comments right there. You love the tips? They're helpful, right? Those caps will break a tooth, Victoria said. Exactly, they'll break a tooth. And so I'm taking these pits out. Now, you want them out, of course, but you guys know that. You want them out. But you got to make sure you get them out. If you're in a rush or something and you're not keeping track and one stays in, you're going to bust up your processor. You're going to bust up whatever you're using, right? Things are just going to break up. So I'm going to do some more here. Here's a cap. Look at that. There's a cap. Got to get the cap off. Letting you guys know when you play with dates, that cap's got to come off. I just took that off. It's tricky because there's not caps on every single one, right? It's not. My niece left the pits in the applesauce ounces, and I was like, "Is this a rock?" Laugh out loud. That's really funny. As long as you didn't bite it, then it's funny. If you bit it and broke a tooth, it's not funny. I won't laugh if that happened. Okay. I'm making sure the little caps aren't on. All right. So yeah, you're stoked about watching this? Whoa. Joey says, I'm stoked about watching this. That's so great. I'm stoked about doing this. I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait for today. I was really excited. I couldn't wait. Love the tips. Cool. I got a lot of tips for you guys. If you guys are coming on, a lot of tips. And so let's get a few more dates. Let's do this. Okay, looking good. There's no caps on there. I'm getting the pits out. This is great. Right? So we're doing that. Getting these out. Dates can be really sticky. So, oh, there's a cap. Boom, boom, there's a cap. Got to get the cap off. I just took it off right here, okay? Right? There we go. Incredible. Got that out right there. So you look, I know people are like, what is he talking about with the caps right there? It is important. It sneaks up on you. There's one right there. See, some have it, some don't. Some have it, some don't. So, all right, here we go. So let's make this now. I got all the dates I need. Here's the pits. I'm getting rid of the pits. Okay, here's a tip right here. This is important, okay? Get the pits off your board. You have to get them off your board. What if you do a salad later or something? There's a pit here in the corner and it all gets into the bowl. I've seen people leave their pits on the board, whether they're olive pits, whether they're pits from dates, and a pit finds its way into some dish. You just got to look out for those things. So let's get these into the processor. So I got the processor right here. I'm going to drop these in. This. And I'm going to throw some water in here. Right? Okay, there we go. Let's get some water in here. Too. So you want about a half a cup of water. I'm making more of a bigger version, so I'm just gonna throw a little bit more than a half a cup of water in there. I'm gonna get some decent water in there, maybe a cup. We'll give that a roll and see what happens. Give it a twirl. Good to see you guys coming on. I also got to put some cinnamon and nutmeg in there. Let's not forget a little bit of cinnamon, right? See, I got these beautiful cinnamon sticks. Look at this. You can do so much. Remember the spicy apple juice drink? Like the hot, spicy apple juice. Remember that? And you get the cinnamon sticks in there. Wow, that's incredible. I put some cinnamon in there. Got some nutmeg here, too. So just a little pinch of nutmeg in there. Okay. Had that in these little ramekins here. You guys, you'll see stuff I use. You'll see in the links below, all the different little things that I like, including these towels. These are my favorite towels. They've always been my favorite towels. I keep it moist, just so you know. So a dry towel really doesn't help. I was over a friend's house, and they had a dry towel. So they had their apron on, then they had a towel on the right. Then the towel was dry. And so here they were trying to do something that had stuff over their hands. It was sticky over their hands. And they went to go grab their towel, and they're doing this, and nothing changed. Their hands were still sticky, messy. Everything was still on their hands. Did you guys know that you got to have a moist towel? It has to be moist when you're doing anything, any kind of pies, any kind of desserts, right? I mean, did you guys ever run into that? Are you guys using dry towels? Great tip about the towel, Amazon customer. Incredible. Because seriously, it changes everything. It has to be moist. I just want to tell you guys. As I tell you, my friend was doing this with her towel, and I was like, whoa, you didn't even take anything on. He's like, well, I don't know what to do. It's like, you got to have it moist. So that's what you do. So I'm kind of easy breezy. I put the towel in my front pocket of my jeans, all right, hanging out. But you can do it a lot better than that. I'm sure you guys can have the apron, do the towel and all that, right? So anyway, let's blend this up. We're having fun. I'm going to pulse it first to start with, right? Water flying everywhere right there. Then I'm just going to go. I'm just going to let it roll. That's what I'm going to do. Okay? You are a hoot. Love you guys. How many of you guys are eating dates? Are you guys doing dates at all? Sometimes, you know, I have a friend that does 2 dates a day. I have another friend that does like 5 dates a day. Another friend that just eats them on and off. Some people just make food with them, maybe desserts with them. Some people take them as snacks. What I do with dates is I take them with me when I'm traveling. Are you guys taking dates with you when traveling? I wanted to ask you that. I want this to blend up pretty nice here. Yes, daily. Sonia says yes, daily, right? Yep. You do dates? Are you guys traveling with them? Yeah, I'm going to add a little bit more water to this. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit more water. I have a lot of dates in here. Dates give me gas. Does that eventually go away? Kim. Yeah, I mean, dates are really binding. Really, really binding. They're like binders. They grab onto everything as they're coming through us, right? So all the time you guys are doing. So what I do is I take them wherever I go. You don't know where you're going to be. If you're out and about and you start getting that blood sugar thing where I haven't eaten in a few hours, stomach is growling, but I have 2 more errands to do. I got 1 place to go here. I got an appointment here. Man, when you got your dates in your bag, it just fixes it like this. It fixes it. So I like to travel with them. I'm glad to know you guys are traveling with dates. Darcy, you love dates, right? Incredible. Yeah, it really is great. Okay, so I am going to make a mixture. That's what it is. I'm going to make a mixture, but before I make the mixture, let's get some apples out. We got some apple work to do, okay? We got some apple work to do. All right, cool. Let's get another one here. I want to show you some apple tips as well. So, all right, enough playing with the apples there. Let's figure this out. So, I want to show you something kind of cool with the apples. Let's do this. Let's show you this. This is going to be kind of cool. Let's put these back. So, you know apples, you know how they turn brown? You're cutting apples. So say you want the kids to have apple snacks in a little baggie and lunchbox, or say you want to take apple slices to work, right? You guys, you ever see the apples go brown? You're cutting up your apple pieces. You throw them in your bag later on. They're brown, right? So here's what I like to do. I want to show you this technique. So I got my little knife here. You don't want to use the big knife. You don't want to use the big knife for this. Okay? You want to use the little knife for this. All right? Take the little knife and you cut, but you don't cut the piece completely off. You don't cut the piece completely off. You see what I just did? Right? And then you cut again. Right? Do another cut in here. But you don't want to cut the piece completely off. Look at this. You guys, what do you think about this? I'm going to go one more. Whoa. Whoa, I didn't cut it completely off. Look at that. Look, the apple's still the apple, right? Now, I'm going to flip the apple this way. And I'm going to do it again. But I'm not going to cut the piece completely off. Ready? I'm a little nervous, though, because I don't want to cut this completely off and then be like, well, I'm not cutting it completely off, and then I cut it completely off, right? Hey, look, you guys. I'm trying to do this, and then, all right, you see what I did? I'm going to flip it again, right? Let's flip it again. I'm not going to cut it completely off. I'm doing these slices in here. Do you see this? Ready? Look at that. This is really awesome. I'm going to go a 4th one in here, and I didn't think I was going to do that. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. Let me see. All right, then we're going to go one more time. Check this out. You're going to like this apple tip. I don't know if I have never seen anybody do this, but it doesn't mean someone didn't do this one before. But this is one that I've always done myself since I was young. All right, check that out. Okay. All right, now you put it together. There you go. That's your apple, right? There it is. That's what you take with you. That's what you give, to your family member, the packet of lunch, whatever it is. That apple is not going to turn brown so easy. So what do you guys think about that? Very interesting, Trisha said. You love this tip? This is very cool. Never thought of that. It's not going to oxidize so easy. It's all stuck together, protecting itself. Check that out, right? I know you squeeze lemon. That's a tip out there. You squeeze lemon on apple pieces to try not to get them to turn brown, right? And they don't go brown. Fantastic. Audie, that's really smart. And that's a great tip. But this is a cool tip too. And then when it's time to eat it, you can just pick off your pieces when it's time to eat it. You got your apple slices. Look at this, your snacks. And they didn't turn brown. Look at that. Look at that. Right? What do you guys think about this? This is pretty cool. This is why the Medical Medium Cooking Show is here. This is what I wanted to do for you guys. Yep, life changed with that tip. Whoa, that's really a cool apple tip. Whoa, check this out. Ready? Whoa, you guys. What is going on? This is like a magic trick. What the heck is going on? What? Look at this. Here we go again, okay? All right. So we got another one there. Oh, that time. Uh-oh. That one kind of did something weird, but look, I'm getting all these slices out. Look at that. Ready? One more. We'll get one more here. There we go. Look at that. All right. There's all these beautiful apple pieces all sitting there like that. What do you think? This is so cool. You guys, this is why I'm doing the Medical Medium Cooking Show. I want to show you what I'm using, what's in my kitchen. These are the pie dishes I'm going to be using later on, right? I love these pie dishes, by the way. I have the link below. What I do for presents, because I'm asked that by friends and stuff, like, what do you do for presents for people? I do things like this. I'll get people like some pie dishes, right? It's like inexpensive, like cool gifts like that. I'll do this. I'll get friends these right here, like a set of these, which is really cool. You could do so many things with these. And I'm gonna make a recipe now. We're gonna do that. But I like doing those things. The link's below if you want to know. And so, all right, let's get going on this. Let's chop these up. So we got some apples. Now I want these apples to be like square pieces. I don't want them long pieces. I don't want these like just long pieces. So I want them little squares. Okay, you don't want them all big pieces. You want them little squares. So, see, these are kind of long. You want to cut them into little squares right there. Let's keep it going here. We'll do some more. Look at this, right? All right. You don't want them. You don't want these pieces long. There we go. Get them into little squares because we want them all looking kind of, doesn't have to be perfect. They don't have to be perfect, right? Remember that. You don't have to be perfect if you're going to be in the kitchen doing stuff. You think I'm doing anything perfect? No way. No way. I'm definitely not doing everything perfect. I'm going to be honest. All right? Definitely not. Right? We're all human beings working in the kitchen. You can cut things differently. You can be a different person. What book is your apple pie filling recipe in? Apple pie filling recipe, cleanse to heal. Let's take a look and make sure it's in here. That's the one recipe I'm doing in a minute. Apple pie filling. That's the cleanse to heal book. The link's down there, you guys. It's an incredible book, by the way. Really incredible book. It's helped so many people. It's changed so many lives. I mean, there's 75 recipes in there. That's cool too, but man, is that book packed. All right. I know some of you guys have the book and you know about it. Lots of people around the world have the book. All right, let me just get some of these, all right, in here, just so they're off the table here, okay? Let me get some of these off. We got some more apples to do. We're still doing some more apple pieces. All right, let's get some more apples out here. Now I want to show you another trick, and I showed you guys the other day how to pick an apple. So let's do that, how to pick an apple. Let's see. Carrie says, I'm healing every day from autoimmune. You're a genius. From Wales, UK. Whoa. I'm honored you're here, by the way, truly. I'm honored you're here, all right? So here's how you pick an apple. You pick an apple when the skin is rough on the apple. The rougher the skin, you get the geographic look. You want the apples with the geographic look. Get ready for this. Here's one right here. So let's take a look, okay? You want the apples that don't look the best. I'm not talking about bruised apples. You don't want bruised apples. You don't want rotten spots in your apples. You don't want bruised apples, okay? Are you guys going into the store picking apples? I mean, I know you pick them on trees when farms are open, if they're nearby. I mean, you may not have the ability to do that, the resource to do it, but you may be picking them in the store. When you're picking them in the store, that's what I want to show you right here. So this is a really cool one. I showed you this the other day, but it's that good. New people come on, I want them to see it. So here's the geographic. That's a sweeter, crisper apple. They're sweeter and they're crisper. So when you're going through those apples in the cart there at the store, and you're going through those apples in the cart in the store, these are the apples you want. You don't want the ones that have the skin, it gets all shiny and more perfect. Like these are all geographic because that's the ones I pick. But that one is less sweeter and less crisp than that one. Less sweeter. That one right there is less sweeter and less crisp than that one. See? That's how you pick an apple. Because for some reason, in the area of that orchard, the temperature fluctuated more in the area of that orchard. And so the juice, so basically the sugar came into the flesh faster throughout the season. That's what happened. Instead of staying in the core, in the core, that's a big part of it. I wanted to show you guys that. It's important to know. Yeah, geographic, question mark. Lisa says geographic, meaning it just has that kind of like planetary star, geographic planes, continental, like it just looks, continents, it just looks like, looks like a map. So you want these. That's how you pick an apple. You want apples that wow your friends, your family. You get the ones that aren't perfect looking, but you don't want the rotten bruised ones. You want the ones that aren't perfect looking. So that's a really important trick right there, and tip right there, right? So we got that. So we'll keep on going a little bit here. So let's still make our filling. So here's what I do for the filling. You want to slice, 1/4 inch for the filling. You don't want big hunks of apple for this filling. You don't. Let's just cut another piece here. Let's just keep on going, right? So I'm doing, see the 1/4 inch? That's how I'm gonna make these nice little squares because of exactly that. You see that? All right, I'm gonna do some more here. Let's grab this one, okay? I'm taking these pieces, moving them over. So the pieces I could give to the poochies, right? And then, or I could snack on them later. That's something you can do too. Do you guys have dogs at all? Have any of you guys actually, do you give out little apple pieces to your dogs at all? Anybody have dogs? You guys? I just wanted to ask that question. I never get a chance to ask you these questions. That's why I love this Amazon Live cooking show. I feel like I could talk about different things, right? That would be really great. Didn't know that about apples? You see that? Okay, how do you wash your apples? I'll show you how I wash my apples in a second too. You give your dogs apples every day? So you guys are, yes? Your puggles? Okay, you're giving your doggies apples? Amazing. That's so great. All right, let's just cut these pieces. So look what's happening here. You see this? See how I stacked them like pancakes? I did that purposely to make my cutting easier. My cutting job, ready? Stacked them like pancakes. Look, like that, right? Okay, that's what I did. Stacked them like pancakes. Nice stack of pancakes right there. There we go, right? Look at that. All right, there you go. And then what you can do is you can make these squares so easy. Look at that. So I'm trying to I like shortcuts. That's what I like. I like shortcuts because everything I do is not about shortcuts. So I like to get shortcuts when I can. Like, with writing the books, right? Writing the books. The books, I don't take shortcuts. You guys know that. Far from it. But I like to take shortcuts when it's like this kind of thing. Having fun in the kitchen. That I like to do. So here we go. We're going to just pop these in here. Let's get some more. Let's cut a couple more. I'll even talk about washing apples. I'll talk about the wax on the apple too. Gotta look out for. Maybe we'll go into that a little bit. So let's get a little bit more going here. So I'm gonna do these 1/4 inch. See you guys? There we go. Got the core a little bit that time, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You can go deep. You can go deep into there. That's perfectly fine. You can do that if you want. Look, there's nothing wrong with that at all. Do one more here, right? There we go. Now, the Medical Medium Cooking Show is really about cooking tips, really cool tips too, talking about what I use every day, like in the kitchen, the different things I use. Okay? Because everyone's always asking for years, what do you use? What do you use? What do you do? And I'm like, hey, look, I'm just too busy trying to get you guys all this medical information. I haven't had time to tell you how I wash an apple or anything else. But it's time to start also. I wanna kind of explore more options. And the Amazon Live platform offered that for me, for you guys to be like, you know what? Not only can I tell you on the other platforms all about the stuff we talk about, now I can talk about all this stuff. All about the cooking tips, things I use, everything, right? All the techniques, okay? That's what this is about. And so how exciting. I mean, when I think about it, I'm blown away, really. I'm blown away by all of it. So I couldn't wait to do this today. I was like, when's the next one? When's the next one coming up? When am I doing the next one? Right? Doesn't matter if I got a book deadline and I'm sweating it out trying to get the book done. I need to do these. All right, there we go. I think that might be enough. I think we might be good right there. Let's get the, I'll just, you know what? I don't want to waste these two either. Let me take these end caps. I call these end caps, right? These apple end caps. So I'm going to use those because they have a look. They have a look when these are squared up. These do have a nice look, these end caps. So let me just get these done really quick. Do you guys eat an apple a day? Do you eat an apple a week? I just want to ask. Let me know, you guys. Are you guys eating 1 apple a day? Are you guys eating a couple of apples a day? Are you doing medical medium cleanses and things like that? Are you doing more apples? Or are you just somebody that you eat an apple a month? So what is it that you guys do? Twice a day, 2 to 3 per day? What? 3 apples a day? 2 a day? Oh my God. Incredible. That's the best news I ever heard. Here's another question I have for you guys too. So that's one question I have. I've done, 29 cleanses. Whoa. So I like these pieces in here because these pieces have a look to them. You got the little apple skins on. So you guys are doing 1 to 2. You started doing 1 to 2 apples recently. Incredible. Incredible. You guys are doing that. You guys are eating apples. At least 3 a day? Okay, now I'm blown away. 1 to 2 per day, 2 to 3 per day. Whoa, 4 apples a day. Whoa, Giesel, 4 apples a day. Amazing, amazing. So what I'm going to do is make this mixture right here. Okay? So let's just get this blade out of here really quick. Here's a question I have for you guys. I can't help it. I just love asking questions because my whole life's been about everybody asking me questions, right? That's my whole life since I was 4 years old, right? Since receiving the information, the voice I heard starting at age 4. And my whole life's been about that, is people asking me questions. But I love asking you guys questions. What's your favorite apple? That's what I wanted to ask everybody today. I'm glad I didn't forget. What is your favorite apple? That's the question right there. Right? So I'm going to put this in here. Okay? And I'm also going to drop some cinnamon in here too. So let me get some cinnamon in here as well. I have a little cinnamon here too, but actually I have it in there, so we're good. So I'm going to put this in here. Let me just start mixing this up. There we go. Start getting this mixed up. Pink Lady, that's your gala? So you know what? Okay, a gala apple is softer. A gala apple is softer. A Braeburn, who likes Braeburn? 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 Who likes Braeburn? I saw Honeycrisp. Honeycrisp is crispy. They're crispy. They're juicy. Fuji's can be crispy, but Fuji's can be soft and mealy sometimes too. I'm gonna add a little bit more of this filling. Braeburn, yes. Oh yeah, I love those Braeburn apples. Gravenstein, I saw. Gravenstein. May says Gravenstein. Where are you getting Gravensteins? Whoa. Red Delicious. I saw Red Delicious come up. Cortland apples. Whoa. You guys like your apples. All right, just mixing this up good, you guys. There we go. Nice. All right. Let's start filling these right there. Whoa. Stellar. Mutsu. Oh, you like the Mutsus? Nice. Granny Smith. You love the Braeburn, huh? That's what I just saw again. You love the Braeburn, right? It's a great apple, right? Some good apples out there. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm digging the filling out right here, and I'm going to put it in here. So let me show you guys. Let me move this way and go this way here. This is the apple and date pie filling is what this is. So what I'm doing is filling these up, right? And look how pretty this is. Just so you know, these are, the link is below. This is a gift that I'm getting friends and family right here, are these little containers right there from Amazon. The link is below. Freaking love these. Freaking love these. Right? Like, I could just see it now. Everybody's going to be like opening up, like, what are these? We're like, yeah, wait till you see. You're going to be able to do so many things and they're going to come so handy, you won't even believe it. So that's one right there. Here's another one right here. I like these like inexpensive gifts that really, you know, you can just like really go far with these, right? I mean, you can do a lot with these. You know what I do? I have honey in a couple of them. I actually have honey in a couple of them. This is where I put my honey is in these. Maybe I'll show you another time, but that's what I do. I put honey in them. There's another one right there. So let's get these in front there, okay? And let's fill another. I'm excited. Handmade is best? Whoa. What do you think? Aren't these good for gifts, you guys? Right? They really are. Along with a medical medium book. You guys can see I'm partial, right? Am I partial? I'm partial to the medical medium books, right? Along with a medical medium cleanse to heal book. Whoa. Of course, right? Of course I'm going to be talking about the medical medium books. Of course. Of course. How could I not? They've changed the lives of many around the world. How could I not? Am I supposed to hide that? Be like, no, can't talk about the medical medium books. Nope. I know they've saved lives, but I can't talk about it. So these are incredible. This is a great little gift right here. I love this. They are the best books. Thank you. I'm truly honored. Sure, SOC is honored too, greatly. Which book is the recipe in? Let's get to that right now, real quick, because I feel I just filled that one up. There we go. It's in Cleanse to Heal. That's where this recipe is. Check this out, you guys. Listen, I know you guys are busy, but just take a look real quick. See what you think. Right there. That's it. That's what I just made. Catherine says, I give the books for Christmas with the Wyman's Wild Blueberry Juice. Whoa. That's incredible. I'm honored you guys are here. Orlean says your books are a genius. I'm honored truly that you feel that way. Okay? Incredible. 777 people watching. Whoa, divine light. That's a serious number right there. That's a spiritual number. 777. What a number that is. My God. What page is this on? I'm seeing that. It's 340 out of this book. So check that out when you get a chance. Okay, we did the apple pie filling. My mom read the first few chapters of Medical Medium Revised, so now she knows why I love the books and information so much. That's Medical Medium, new edition revised. This book will just, it just blows your mind. I'm going to give you a forewarning, a disclaimer, real quick before we move on to the next recipe. I'm going to give you a little disclaimer. Anyone who doesn't have these books, who does venture into them and they start reading them, just be prepared. Maybe have some lemon balm tea or something aside because your brain is just going to, your mind is going to go. I'm just giving you the forewarning if you've never read them before. There's 75 recipes in this and probably just as many in this. I mean, really, really exciting. All right, enough of the book, right? I know, I got to get this food going for you guys. Let's go. I'm just going to clear a little bit of the table, the cutting board, right? I'm going to move some pieces along to another little spot, okay? And I'm just going to clean the board up a little for a quick second. You guys, I like to clear the board off, right? And I like to make sure that the surface is pretty dry and not slimy and not slippery. You know how people cut themselves? This is a good tip. They cut themselves because they have a wet, slimy board. Keep that in mind, all right? Right? Have any of you guys ever cut your finger when you're cooking? Yeah, there's a lot of reasons for that. One is, man, you get that board that's all like wet like that, we can get in trouble. So here we go. Let's make the next dish. So we'll move these over. Make a little room. All right, so that was the apple and date pie filling. I showed you that, right? That's these right here. So I just want to show you. If you guys just got on here, I know a lot of people are coming on. So here we are. That's what we just made. It's a delicious dish. And what you do is you just get a spoon. You can get a little spoon. You can get a big spoon. And you eat it like this. Just like that. So I just want to show you guys. Yeah. You gotten all the medical medium books? Incredible. AW, can you also use a blender for the dates if you don't have a food processor? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. All right. And that reminds me, the blender I use, it's actually somewhere. It's actually over there. It's my blender that I always use. It just doesn't fit in that little spot. But I'll show you. I'll show you that blender. The link is below for that blender. Yep. All right. So let's go a little bit here to the next thing we're going to make. We're going to actually open these dates. We're going to open these dates right here. We're going to make sure the cap's gone, and we're going to open the date right here. We're going to cut them like this. So I'm going to show you in a second here too. Okay, there we go. We're going to cut the date like that. Not completely in half. There's a pit in the center, and I just hit the pit. You open it up like this, and you take the pit out. Okay? We're going to make these little date boats right here. You see this? Open this up and take the pit out. Check that out, right? Here we go. I like this recipe. You know why? It's easy to do, and everybody thinks you killed yourself making it when you didn't. Everybody who has them thinks you went like crazy doing it, but you didn't. Think about that. Look how easy this is. Company comes over, they think you went to town on this recipe. But really, it was easy peasy. It was easy breezy. It was so easy. I just cut it like this. See? Cut a little half. I didn't cut all the way through. I just opened them up like that, like a little package in there. And then you see the date. See the date in there? I mean the date pit. And you take the date pit out. You see that? There you go. Look, how cool is that? Check that out. Boom. Boom, right? Look. That's a really good angle right there. Whoa. Okay. So let's do a couple more. Here's another one. So you guys love apples. That's what I love to hear. You guys are eating more apples. You guys like your Brayburns, your Galas. You guys like your Red Delicious. You like your Fujis. You like your Pink Ladies. You like your Honey Crisps. All that makes me happy because I know you guys are taking care of yourselves, and that really counts, right? Apple a day. An apple a day. What happens if you do 2 apples a day? Apple a day keeps the doctor away. What happens when you eat 2 apples a day? What happens if you eat 3 apples a day? What does 3 apples a day keep away? That's what I want to know. What does 4 apples a day keep away? Right? Wonder what it keeps away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dates right there. That should be pretty good. Maybe I'll do 9. I like that number 9. That number 9 is a powerful number. Right? 9 is a powerful number indeed for a lot of reasons spiritually. So okay, you guys, here we are. We have these all set aside like this, and then I'm gonna make now these little apple pieces. So get ready for this, right? So what I'm gonna do is cut these apple pieces right here. Okay, first I'm gonna do this. Is what I'm gonna do is just I'm gonna slice in here a little bit. Don't do it that way. Don't do it the way I'm doing it. It's not a smart way of doing it. All right? I'll show you a better way to do this. Okay? I'm going to cut this section out off like that. Do not do what I was doing. That's actually not smart. Okay. There we go. That's why I like when we're live. So I'm cutting these little sections, and I'll show you how it's going to roll. Here's one right here. So we're going to cut this like that. There we go. Here we go. Okay, look, you guys. I'm going to make wedges. See? Making wedges. Take a look. Okay. Making all these wedges. Let's make some more wedges. What I like about this recipe is somebody thinks when you actually have these all out that you actually worked really hard. And you do have to work kind of hard on this. But somebody thinks your company would be like, whoa, you did all that for me? Like, yeah, I did. I did. I worked hard. And you do. You still have to work hard. But it looks amazing. Like, wow, what's going on there? So I got some other ones here too. All right. I think we got enough. There's a nice one. All right. It's like arts and crafts. Little arts and crafts. This is meditation. I like this kind of meditating a lot. Because this kind of meditation creates a reference. And that's how you can heal that PTSD going on, that reference, right? This is the kind of meditation that makes a new reference. You can refer back. Like, whoa, and this gets etched in the mind. This gets stuck in your mind. So if you're somebody that's going through a lot, I love this right here. This is something that kind of eradicates a lot of stress. So this is about making a new reference. This is about referring back to, whoa, you know, this is really good. So let's just do this here. Let's get these out and let's sprinkle some cinnamon down on these. How about if we do that? So I'm going to get these all flattened out right here. What is my favorite apple, Anthony? Right? What's mine? Well, it's a really good question. I am a Honeycrisp fan. I can't lie. I love those Honeycrisps. I do indeed, right? I like a good Fuji when it's just right. When it's just right. You got that geographic thing I was talking about. Okay, I'm going to drop a little cinnamon on here, okay, if you guys don't mind. I'm going to pinch a little, or actually, this time I'm going to pinch a little bit on here, like this. Now, you don't want to overkill. Well, it depends. Do you like cinnamon? I like Gravenstein. I've had a few of those throughout the years. I like Brayburn. I like that one there too. Okay, there we go. But I also like the old heirloom ones too. The old heirloom ones. A lot of different ones. Like Gravenstein is an old heirloom one. Don't get me wrong, it is. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I just love so many apples in different kinds. So here's the thing. I'm going to put these in here. Just like this. So I'm going to have you guys watch this, all right? I'm going to make sure these pieces aren't so big, so I'm going to break them down a little bit, some of them. Some of them are big, some of them aren't. So I'm going to just break some of these down just a little bit. You can have it in, you can do it any way you want. You can stick these in any way you want. Perfectly fine on any way you want to do it, right? I'm just cutting them back a little bit. A couple of them. That's all. There we go. Okay. And then these are going to go in here, right? There's one. It's like this. There you go. Now you can do different things. Like I like the ends pointy like that come out like that, but you can even do this with the ends if you want. You can do it that way too. Look, you can make it so it's like a perfect sandwich with nothing really sticking out. So you can do it different ways. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to put it right here, and I'm going to close it up. That's what I'm going to do. And I love these because it doesn't take a lot of effort. This is not one of those things that just takes over your life in the kitchen where you're in there all day and all night, right? You can be like, whoa, I need a quick dessert, right? I need a quick dessert, right? So I need a quick dessert there. So let's do this one here. There we go. That's perfect, actually. Do another one. I made a bunch of them here. There's another one. Let's go. Let's keep on going. There we go. They all fit nice, actually. They do. That's why I cut them back a little bit. So there you go. Now you can cut off the ends if you want. There's nothing wrong with that. That's one option. See, you can cut off the ends. See what I'm doing? You can also keep the ends on, right? Look at that right there. There we go. It's whatever you like. That's what's incredible about these recipes. Yeah, there we go. So I made a bunch of them right there. Let's get a little bit of a little plate out here. Let's plate these up. Let's get these plated up right now, you guys. And you can plate them up any way you want. I should have probably made a few more. You can make like 20 of these for company. You can make 30, 50 of them. You can get a case of dates and just keep on making them. If you want to just make like 6 at a time, look at that right there. There you go. You guys take a look, right? With the cinnamon there, and it's so easy. It's so easy. I mean, you might want to keep the end caps on. See how I cut the end caps off? You might want to keep the end caps on. I think it's fine to do that. Absolutely. What do you guys think? You like that one? It's beautiful, right? How long before the apples brown? How do you keep them from browning? Well, that's what you can do. You can keep the end caps on. You can also cut these a little shorter and bring the date right up to it, right? So you can do this. So I'm going to cut this date. If someone's not going to eat them quick and you don't want the apple browning at all, what you do is you do one like this, right? You just make sure it's in there completely without it being exposed practically, right? Just make sure it's like that. And you might have a little exposed. But, I mean, honestly, yeah, sure, a few hours later you might get a little brown on the corner or something, but you're actually good either way. Put that one in there too. So let me just show you guys. There you go. Incredible. So that's something there. Let's move on to some apple 9 beauties, right? And then I added a 10th. Right? You're going to make that now? Whoa, Ken. Cool, you're going to make that one now. Incredible. Squeeze some lime juice on it? Yeah, go ahead. PJN. Why not? You can do that. Absolutely. Do the dates freeze well? You can freeze them if you'd like. That's doable. You can do that. All right, so let me just clean off the board a little bit if you guys are okay with that. Do just a little bit of cleaning. Takes a second. Right? The dates I'm using are linked below, by the way. Just wanted to tell you guys. So the dates I'm using here are linked below. So I want to show you. So these are the ones that I'm using. They're linked below. If you want to know the dates, the exact ones. And that's why I like this show. I can show you what I'm using. And then you can be like, whoa, okay, that's what he's using right there. Is it possible to overeat on these things? Well, it's possible to overeat anything. Anything. It's possible to pull up into a fast food restaurant and overeat some bacon double cheeseburgers. It's possible to eat a whole pizza. It's possible to overeat 2 chicken sandwiches, 3 chicken sandwiches. It's possible to overeat a whole pie. It's possible to eat a whole cake. It's possible to overeat anything. Okay, you can, anyone can easily overeat anything in their lives. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you got to just know where you're at. Like, you know what I mean? Know where you're at, and just enjoy them, right? And just enjoy them. All right. I'm just gonna get rid of some of these apple pieces because we got some work to do. We're gonna make the wild blueberry pie. That's what we're gonna make. Get ready for the wild blueberry pie. That's what we're doing now, okay? So let's switch some gears. Boom. Doing a little gear switch right now because we're doing this now. So I'm going to start by making a crust. Can we eat non-organic apples? Okay, apple tips. We need some apple tips. Let's do it. Before I make the wild blueberry pie, let's do some apple tips, okay? So that's what's next, all right? Let's pretend this apple's not organic. This apple is organic, but let's pretend it's not organic. And you got a conventional apple. Yes, you can use the conventional apple, but wash the apple in hot water. Because the conventional apples, when they throw the wax on the apple, when they spray the apple with wax, they cover any pesticide residue. So you don't want to use scalding water. Don't burn your hands. You don't want to burn your hands, but you want to make sure you use hot water. So you take a little bit of soap. Now look, that's a soap I use for washing produce. I know, everybody has their own kind. Everybody does their different thing, whatever. That's the one I use, okay? The link should be below, right? And maybe it's not right now, I don't know. But I use the 7th generation dishwashing scent-free one. And what I do is I put, and that one's in the medical medium Amazon store. Just so you know, it's in the medical medium Amazon store, the one I use. Okay, that's great. So we got, what I do is I put a drop on here, and with a little bit of hot water, and I wash it like this. And then I drop it in a bowl in hot sink water. It doesn't have to be scalding, but hot, because it melts off the wax. If you got a conventional apple, it melts off the wax. That's important. Now get ready for this. Say you got an organic apple, right? They still spray it with the wax. They still spray it with the wax. And that wax isn't good for you either, for a lot of reasons. You have to wash your apples. You guys, you have to wash your apples. I'm letting you know. I do the same thing. A little bit of that dishwash soap, right? And I wash the apple with a little bit of that dishwash soap. That's what I do, in hot water. Like with hot water coming out of the tap. And it should. And another reason why I use that hot water is because here's what happens. So you're going to pick your apples. So you're in the store and you're at the apple bin, right? At the apple bin right there. Like, well, I want to grab an apple, and then someone else was just there, and they're like, I like that apple. No, I don't like that apple. Let me see this apple. Let me see. I like this apple. Right? Let me see. And they got their hand on their mouth and their hand on whatever, and they're just like, and they got, germs. So it's like all over the apple. So you want to use that hot water. So that's important when it comes down to apples. All right, so let's move on. We're gonna do a date blend right there. Okay, we're gonna do a date blend and crust. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is switch gears for a second. going to rinse out this processor real quick. So I'm doing a little rinse. Okay. And then I'm going to dry that out a little bit. I just love these towels. Love them. I really do. I don't like using paper towels because it's just, it feels like it's just such a waste. I mean, of course, there's nothing wrong with using paper towels if you're somebody using paper towels. But, and look, you can use paper towels. But what I like to do is use these because I don't throw them out and I use them as if they were a paper towel. And that's what I do love. And that's linked below right here. These towels are amazing. I love them. There's towels that don't feel grippy, right? They don't feel grippy. So I purchased some towels a while back, was like last year, and they were like, the water just repelled off of it. And they just didn't feel grippy. Like that this for some reason takes in the water just right. And it feels nice and grippy. It's why I like it. These are the things, look, people ask me all the time. So, all right. Let's get the wild blueberry pie rolling. So I'm going to use white mulberries. So these are the white mulberries right here. Link is down below. Take a look there. Okay. This is what I'm using for the pie crust. You can do different options for your pie crust. Yeah. All right. So let's drop these in. I'm making the crust, and I'm gonna do all these little pies, right? This is little pie plates right here. I've actually ordered a bunch of these for friends for gifts, right here. So I love these. So that's the ones I'm gonna use. The link below is for there too. You can check it out. So let me just start getting some crust going. Now I'm not filling this thing really, really high. All right. Then I'm going to drop some dates in here. Take the pits out, right? There we go. Now listen, you can use for the crust some coconut. I'm using dates for the crust. Right? A couple of cups of medjool dates, taking the pits out. You can use, for instance, dried coconut and not do the dried mulberries. You can do the dried coconut. You guys see this right here? See the coconut? I don't know if you can see that too easy right here. Oops. There we go. You can use the walnut. You can use walnuts if you want in your crust. So you do dates and walnut crust. You can do that. So I'm going to drop a few more dates in here. Yeah, there are so many bad kitchen towels out there. Cold White Spring. Cold White Spring, good to see you. This recipe will be on medicalmedium.com after. I'm going to post it after this wild blueberry. It'll be on the blog, medicalmedium.com. I'll post this afterwards just so you know. All right, you guys, we're doing it. Beautiful plates. You like those? Trisha Hall? Yeah, I really like those. So I'm going to make a nice size crust. Now, I might make 2 rounds. I might do all of these. I'm not sure, so I'm just playing by ear. I'm going to put a couple more dates in here. I don't want this thing so filled that it won't blend. You know how that works when you overfill a blender, overfill a processor. You got to be kind of cautious. That's just a tip in general. You guys probably know that one. You love coconut, Renata? Renata, you can do coconut in this crust for the holiday. Why not? You can do that. You can do that. Let me get another date in here. So we're making the crust. Let's get these date pits off here. All right, so what you'll see in here, you guys, is a whole bunch of white mulberries I put in because I'm doing a fat-free crust. So that's the difference right here. You can do a crust that has walnuts in there. You can switch out the white mulberries for walnuts. You can switch out the white mulberries for coconut. So I have coconut right here. Okay, you can do that, and you can make a coconut date crust for these pies. That's an option. You could do a walnut date crust for these pies. I'm doing a date and white mulberry crust for these pies. So I want you guys to have, you know, the information, right? So let's blend this up right now. Here we go. All right. Oh yeah, hey Anthony, I did not mean to say that I overate the bad foods. Oh, I totally understand. I get that. Okay, guys, I'm blending this up. I want this into a dough. So what I'm doing is making a white mulberry and date dough to make this crust. So I'm giving it a really good blend. I might add more dates. There's no sound, Eleanor? I'm going to blend it up a little bit more. The sound is good for me. So finish that. Sound is good? Sound okay here? Okay, good. Sound fine on my end? Awesome. Maybe you have it on mute. Let me take a look at the dough. So what I'm creating, you guys, is this dough, and I'm showing you right here. So I'll give you a little up close on how this is being done, so you know, little tips on this. So I'm making a dough. It's the white mulberries and the dates ground up. And it's nice because it comes out like a pretty dry kind of pie crust. This is a raw pie. So this is a raw pie crust right here. So that's what this is. So that's the kind of dough I'm creating right there, which is really good. No, I actually, you know, I saw that comment where you said, no, AW, I don't overeat bad foods. I'm talking about medical medium foods. Totally understand. I know you're not running out and getting a pizza or some burgers. I'm just talking, I was saying that because you know, because it was just a little bit where I've seen that before with other people. I know you're not. You're doing the good food. So you're saying, can I overeat those dates, or can I overeat? You can absolutely, like I mean, for me, you know, it all depends. Like, depends if you're used to eating a lot of the medical medium foods, or you're somebody with, you might have, there's people that they're exercising a lot, so they need more bananas. So they'll do medical medium mono cleanse or something like that. They'll be doing the mono cleanse and they'll be doing the bananas, and they'll be doing lots of bananas, like more bananas than somebody else would do, right? And then if someone else ate that amount of bananas, it would be kind of like more of like too much. It would be so filling, it would be too much. But then there's somebody who's exercising a lot and they're doing a lot of workouts. They're really active, right? They're going to the bathroom a lot, and it's just, and their need to keep up with it. So they're doing more bananas. But there's always, all the medical medium dishes and foods are self-limiting too, where you can feel like, whoa, I got enough right there. Right? Hey, Anthony, thank you. Too many dates heat my liver up. Is there a link for the white mulberries? I thought there was. Let me just give this dough a little bit more of a hit. Here we go. Now it's getting into a nice dough ball right here. Here we go. I think we got one. All right. There you go, you guys. We got an awesome dough ball we're making right here. So let's get these pie plates out. You can moisten your hands. That's something you can do. I think I might get a little bit of a bowl with a touch of water in here too. So I'm doing that now. I might get this little bowl out here where I can put my hand in there so that it's not so sticky. So I'm gonna make the pie crust. You don't have to do a lot of pie crust. You guys, if you just got here, these pie plates are I just love these. I'm buying them for gifts for friends. The link is down below. I really do love these. You can do so much with these. It's ridiculous. And there's a look to them too that just feels so nice, you know, and they're really hearty. These are actually really, really hearty. So I don't want the pie crust too thick. Now remember, if you just got here, you can do a coconut and date pie crust. You can do a walnut and date pie crust. I'm doing white mulberry. If you just got here, white mulberry pie crust and date pie crust. This one's fat-free. That's all. Simple as that. AW, thank you for all your advice and your videos. I'm learning to make life-changing tips. Love all your books and yummy recipes. Amazing. Incredible. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to add a little bit more dough, and I'm going to probably make some more dough in a minute too. But I'm just adding a little bit more in here to the sides. You want your pie crust to come up a little bit. There you go. There you go. It's just coming together. Now this is really a meditative kind of cooking too right here, which I really love. This can put you in a really good frame of mind. It can help make you forget about a hard day. It can be really, really helpful. Because I love when you're doing, sorry about all the noise though. See if I can do it without the noise. How about that? Yeah. Do you recommend not washing fruits and veggies from the farmer's market to get the living biotics? They are not too dirty looking. If they're not too dirty looking, you mean not too much dirt in there and everything, right? Now, I used to recommend that. Right? The elevated biotics, that's medical medium information. I used to recommend not really washing besides a little bit of a water rinse. And you can do that, a water rinse, right? But the problem is now everything with the world changing to the degree it did, right? That I actually don't recommend it anymore because of what's happened in the world. So I'm just a little extra cautious. So I like if you grow it yourself, you really don't have to rinse it. But it depends, like who your farmer is too. Like if you know your farmer and, you know, and it's very possible where you just give it a light rinse and you can keep the elevated biotics. I mean, that is possible, okay? All right, I'm just reading your comments, you guys. I don't make dessert as they are usually loaded with sugar, eggs, and flour. This one, sorry, I lost this one. Oh, this one looks yum. We'll definitely try it. The comments are cruising. They're cruising. They cruise up. All right, you guys, I'm just trying to get this to actually be just right, and I think we're almost there. I'm going to add a little bit more pie crust here, right on the edge here. This one does look really delicious. There's no lard in here, you guys. You guys, there's no lard. Where's the lard? There's no lard in here. There's not even oil in here. There's no canola oil in here. There's no lard in here. There's none of that. I mean, this is just white mulberries. The link is below. This is white mulberries is what this is. Look, it's white mulberries and dates. I mean, look at that. White mulberries and dates. There's the date right in the middle. That's what this is. But here's what's cool. You can do coconut and dates. You can do walnuts and dates if you want. You can put some fat in there. You can put overt fat in there if you want. That's okay. But this is incredible to be an oil-free, fat-free pie. The one thing I'm nervous about pies is like pork fat, lard, like all kinds of stuff. That's what makes me nervous about pies, right? Is that. So here's the pie right here. I'm going to clean up the pie plate in a minute too, because you want that to have a look. So that's where we are to start with. That's actually perfect right there, the way that's set up. I really like that. Okay, here's what's really cool. Bananas. I like to put a thin slice of bananas at the bottom of this pie. Do you guys like bananas? Anybody like bananas? I know some people don't like bananas. I never get to ask you that, guys, these questions when I'm doing the other platforms. That's why I love the Medical Medium Cooking Show on Amazon Live. It doesn't get any better than this. I just want to be here. This is so great. Can I cook the pie, Anthony? This is a raw pie, so I would probably not cook the pie. That's right. You do like bananas? Good. You guys you love bananas? Good, because you know what? There's a lot of people that don't like bananas. You at least eat 5 bananas a day? Amazing. I just saw that. 5 bananas a day. Incredible. Whoa, okay. I'm proud of you guys. Okay, let's get a banana out. So maybe we got some banana tips. Do you guys want to hear any banana tips? Okay. There's a tip out there that says you're not supposed to open up the banana from the top here. You're supposed to open up the banana at the bottom. I don't like that tip. That's a tip I don't like. So there's a tip out there. It says you're not supposed to open up the banana with this here. You're not supposed to do this, right? They say you got to open it up from the bottom. That's the right way to open up a banana, right? I say no. That's what I say. I say no. Since we've had bananas have been around thousands of years. Thousands of years. Okay? Just so you know. So the one thing about bananas is people have to realize they've been around for thousands of years. Okay? Now, we naturally open bananas for thousands of years like this. That's how we naturally open bananas for thousands of years. We don't open up bananas like this for thousands of years. Hold on, you guys. I'm going to open this banana from the bottom. Hold on. All right. Hold on. Wait. Hold on, you guys. I just mushed it. Wait a minute. I'm going to open up the banana this way. Hold on. Sorry, you guys. Hold on a second. We weren't opening up bananas for thousands of years like that. Of course someone can open up a banana like that. There's nothing wrong with that. We've been opening up bananas like this for thousands of years. That's what okay. Monkeys open from bottom. Yes, yes. And if you were a monkey, you would open the banana from the bottom. But I'm not. You're not a monkey, right? Unless you're a talking monkey. Are you like a monkey Are you a monkey that's making comments and talking on here? Okay, because then I understand why you open it from the bottom. All right. Okay. All right, enough fooling around. You know what? I cracked too many jokes on the other platforms. I don't think I should crack too many jokes here, probably, right, you guys? This is the Medical Medium Cooking Show. I'm not supposed to be fooling around in here. All right, let's go. Let's go. So I got the banana. If you guys don't know medical medium information or medical medium or anything else, you know, on the other platforms I talk about all that stuff, right? On here, I'm doing cooking tips and all kinds of things like that. Cooking tips people have not heard either before. There's a lot of cooking tips I do where people have not ever heard, okay? So let's give you another tips about bananas. Here's the thing about bananas. If you've eaten enough of them, you learn that not all bananas ripen the same. Some bananas get this brown color, but they're already overripe. Already overripe. Already done. Where they're starting to almost ferment a little bit. And then this variety of banana, okay, the skin can brown and it's not overripe. This banana is not overripe, okay? But there's a lot of different bananas out there where you can't always count on your bananas to look a certain way to ripen them. You can't, you guys. This is so important. I want to give you this one. Because if you you got to rely on eating the banana to know, is the banana too squishy? When you touch the banana here and squeeze, does it squeeze easy? This doesn't squeeze easy. This banana doesn't squeeze easy. I'm squeezing this banana right now. I'll show you on the close-up too. Okay? See this banana? This banana is not squeezing easy. It's not. If it's squeezed easy like this, I'm going to use force now. I'm going to use a lot of force. If it's squeezed easy like that, your banana's fermented. It's fermented. It's not squeezing easy, but yet it's still brown. That means it's still good. It hasn't fermented. Okay? So you can't go by the color of the banana skin. You can't go by all the brown spots. You can't live by that only. You can't live by that rule only because you're going to end up eating a fermented banana and then you're going to go, oh my God, I have a stomach ache. I got a stomach ache. I had a fermented banana and now I got a stomach ache. No, bananas are bad. Bananas are bad. They're not bad. So good for you. Oh my God, they're so good for you. It's not even funny. So good for you. You're squeezing your bananas now? You guys, do you guys know this stuff? This is information nobody knows, too. Nobody knows this information. All right, let's go into another tip about bananas that's really good. Okay? You don't want your banana like not ripe enough. You don't want them not ripe enough. And one way you can tell is you get a fuzziness on your tongue. So when you crack a banana and it's kind of hard and you're eating it a little bit and it gets fuzzy on your mouth and sticky and fuzzy and you're all of a sudden you feel like you lose your taste bud for a second, that banana's not ripe. And you can learn the difference between that moment to when it gets riper. You can become a banana expert. You can, all right? Another thing. You don't want to freeze your bananas when they've gotten too ripe. You don't want to let your bananas get so brown. You don't want to let your bananas get so brown, right? They're so brown. I got bananas all over the place. That you're freezing them overripe. You freeze them fermented because they'll even ferment more when you make your banana ice cream and now you'll have a bellyache. And you don't want to freeze your bananas underripe where they're hard, where you pull off these green skins and you freeze them that way. You'll get a bellyache. You don't want to do that. Another thing too is when you cut the banana, how easy does the knife go through it? Right? How easy does the knife go through it? Does it feel like it still has a hard center? That means your banana is perfectly ripe, right? So, all right, here's another thing too. If you're somebody that cuts your bananas, make sure you wash your banana. If you're somebody that cuts your bananas like this, ready? Say you're somebody that cuts your banana. You have to make sure you wash your bananas then. So if you went to the store and bought some bananas and now you're using a knife and cutting the bananas, so I'll show you right here with the close-up. Right? If you're you guys, I'm going to read your comments right now. How do you freeze bananas? Mine turn brown in the freezer. They might have been overripe. It takes time for them to turn brown in the freezer, like it takes months. They can still be somewhat light brown in the freezer, but if they go brown in the freezer real quick, like boom, they're really dark brown, that means they went in overripe. So that's important to know. You wash your bananas no matter what. That's really good. So I want to show you this close-up right here, right? See how I cut the banana? If you buy your banana at the store and you cut your banana, you just put all the bacteria into your banana. You just ran all your bacteria into the banana. That's what you did. So you got to keep it, because when you cut it like this, you just ran that bacteria into the banana. Do you see how that works? Look at that. Boom. You just pushed all that in there. And you can be running meat bacteria. Salmonella, E. coli, bacteria from raw, fresh meat, chicken, because produce gets cross-contaminated all the time. So when you're doing that, you just push that in there. So you got to keep that in mind. Okay, that's why it's important to wash your banana skins. That's why it is important to wash your banana skins. So, okay. Let's do these little pieces. I want to start filling this right here. All right, so I'm going to cut these thin little pieces of banana here. I'm not doing a real thick piece, okay? And after you cut your bananas, if that ever happened, you still have to wipe off your knife and clean off your knife. So I'm just going to cut these thin. I'm not cutting these thick. I'm not doing this. Take a look, you guys. See that? I'm not going to put that in the pie. I'm not going to put this one in the middle of the pie. Like, I'm not going to do this. I mean, you could do that if you want, but I'm not going to do it that way. All right? You peel yours before freezing? Definitely. I peel them before freezing. I do. I peel my bananas before freezing, just letting you guys know. So check this out, right? So I'm doing these little pieces in this pie. Okay, there we go. So now I'm putting them down here in this pie. I'm not putting them really high up. I'm just putting them down here in the bottom. It's kind of a surprise in this pie. So when you got friends and family coming over, so I'm going to drop these in, right? They're not too thick, they're not too thin. That's the whole point, right? So I'm going to put some of these in here, like this. And I'm going to cut some pieces too. Some half pieces so they don't go too high up. There we go. Yeah. So I have it down in there. Like that. All right, so here's the thing. Let's make another one. Another pie crust, because I want to do two, right? I'm going to move that one over. You guys just got here. This is the Medical Medium Cooking Show. We're live right now, of course. Cleaning off the board a little bit. We're live. And we're doing a couple of recipes. Three different recipes. We're doing a couple of recipes from Cleanse to Heal. There's 75 recipes in here. The link is down below. An incredible book. Get it for a holiday present, right? And what I'm going to do is put some more dough. And I'm making these wild blueberry pies. Now, for antioxidant levels, man, you want the wild blueberries. You don't want to make a regular blueberry pie, right? You don't want to make a regular blueberry pie. You want the wild blueberry pie is what you want. So let's make another one right here too. Let's do that. So I think I got enough dough in this one to call it pie crust. This pie crust is made out of white mulberries and dates. You can make it out of dates and walnuts if you like. If you want more of a richer crust, you can make it out of coconut. I have coconut right down here too. You can make dates and coconut as your pie crust. So I'm making it, instead, I'm making it dates. So this is a fat-free one, no lard in here, right? There's nothing in here. And then we're going to make the filling, which I'm excited about. Okay? This is really a great... I love making these little individual pies. If you guys just got on here, these are linked below. I'm giving away these as gifts right here to friends and family, which is these beautiful little pie plates. I just love them. I really do. See, I like inexpensive, really incredible, usable gifts that you can use for a lifetime. Here's how I look at it. If you get somebody a gift, is it going to last a lifetime? Do you think they're going to use it down the road, right? Because it's so great to have a gift somebody's using 20 years later. It's they're always going to have these somewhere in the kitchen, and they're going to pull them out and use them 20 years later. Right? What do you guys think about that? Isn't that cool? I want to ask you guys, do you guys have any gifts that you've ever had, or do you have any things in you? And maybe it's something you purchased yourself, right? And you purchased them yourself, and you're still using them. Is there anything you're still using in your life that's 20 years? You've had it for 10 years, 5 years. Is there anything you've had for 5 years? Cute little dishes, Lorraine says. Amazing. Everyone wishes Anthony was their neighbor for sure. Well, I'm honored. I'm honored. I really am. Truly. Okay, there we go. This is coming out really nice. So what I'm doing is making sure this pie crust comes out good. I'm bringing it up a little bit, kind of on the rim. See how I'm coming up on the rim a little bit? Doesn't have to go over the rim. I just want it up above the rim a little bit. That's what I want to do. Okay, there we go. All right. It's like a healing experience when you're making things like this. It's just so wonderful. I got this banana right here. I got other banana tips too we might be able to run by you guys. So let me cut these banana pieces. You don't want them too thin. You want them thick enough, but not too thick, right? You just want them maybe 1/4 inch. How about that? Look, and you can open a banana up any way you want, your heart desires. I'm just glad you're eating bananas. If you're eating bananas, I'm happy. I'm happy if you're eating bananas, okay? You guys know that about me, right? Definitely. I wash the outside of the bananas, I'm just letting you know. So that when I'm touching the bananas, if you come back from the store with your bananas and you're going to use your bananas right away, it's good to give them a wash. Okay, so now I'm going to cut a couple of half moons here. Let's get this going. Going to fit some half moons in this pie in here like that. There we go. All right. So let's start making a filling. I'm going to clean up the board a little bit. Let's do this, okay? Let's make a filling. Just moving this around a little bit. There we go. All right. So we got two beautiful pie crusts right there. Okay. And now we're going to make the filling. I'm going to move this over. So these are the frozen wild blueberries. So I have these right here. If you open a banana from the bottom, you can use the top as a handle to hold while eating. That's a good idea. That's perfectly fine. It's great. You love the half moons? That's so cool. That's so cool, right? All right, let's get this rolling. So I'm going to drop some wild blueberries in here. I'm making the filling right here. That's what I'm going to do. These are the Wyman's frozen wild blueberries. I don't know if the link is down there. The link is down there. Okay. The link is down there below. Let's get it right, AW. Jeez, AW. You want to drain your wild blueberries. You want to defrost them. So I'm going to give you some tips about this. When you're making a pie filling, it's different than making a smoothie. You don't have to defrost your wild blueberries when you're making a smoothie, and you don't have to drain the juices when you're making a smoothie. When you're making a pie, you want to drain, you want them thawed, and you want to drain the water out. Not water, the blueberry juice, but you can preserve that blueberry juice though. You can drain it into another bowl and preserve that, and you can, drink that because these are your frozen wild blueberries. So let's just get this in here, making some filling. All right, that should be really plenty right there. Let's now add two options. We can add a little bit of mango. We can add some banana into this. One banana if you're going to add a banana. Here's a mango if you're going to add a mango right there. Okay, there's different mangoes out there. There's the champagne mangoes. You know, they look like a kidney. See the mango that looks like a kidney? It's the champagne mango. You can use that as an option. Good to see you guys. Wild blueberries at Kroger's or other stores. Hey, you can get them anywhere. Look for frozen wild blueberries wherever you got to go. I got the link down below for the Wyman ones. Check them out. All right. Definitely. So we have that in there. I'm going to put a banana in there now. That's what I'm doing. Now, there is a link below, and it's a gift I'm getting for Christmas for a lot of people, okay? There's a link below that's a maple syrup. So it's a special maple syrup with vanilla and a cinnamon infused. So it's got a cinnamon stick infused and vanilla in it. And that's the maple syrup, and it's this gorgeous bottle. It's knock your socks off flavor. That's the one that I'm actually getting for Christmas presents too. So check out the link below with that maple syrup. It's really, really good. It takes it to the next level. Like, I'm a big maple syrup fan. I love maple syrup. I'll put maple syrup on everything. You know, like that movie Elf? Do you guys remember that movie Elf? Do you guys, how many of you guys seen that movie Elf? Right? Do you remember when he was putting all the maple syrup on everything? Do you guys know that movie? Will Ferrell? Right? He was actually pouring all that maple syrup on everything. He had spaghetti on the plate, and he was putting maple syrup on it. I don't know if you guys remember the movie. Yes, you remember the movie? Captain Elizabeth says, yeah, I remember. 1,000 times. Queen, you watched it 1,000 times? Oh my God, I love Elf. Amazon customer said, you love Elf? You guys, I love that movie. I watch that movie every year. Every single year during Christmas, I watch Elf. You love Elf? So check this out, right? So, but here's what's funny. When I watch it, and Will Ferrell, right? He's putting maple syrup and everything. Well, that's what I do a lot. So, and I'm like, huh. So everybody's kind of like thinking it's not good he's doing that, right, in the movie because they see him doing it. Meanwhile, I actually do that. That's how much I like maple syrup. I love maple syrup. Anyway, the point I'm trying to say is the maple syrup that I love the most, which I'm actually out of right now. So I only have a little left. This was all that I had left of it. The link is below, and it's infused with vanilla and cinnamon sticks. It's freaking mind-blowing. Like, when I have that one, it's like it takes it to a level that's crazy. I don't know how they did it. I get it. It's infused, but I don't know how they did it. You guys should check it out. Okay, let's get this going. I'm going to put a banana in here. I'm putting one banana in here. Okay? And I'm going to put some maple syrup in here. Right? Just a teaspoon or two. You could put a teaspoon or two in there. That's all. You can put a little bit more if you're somebody that wants to put a little bit more. You can put a little bit less. Putting some in there. But wait till you try that cinnamon vanilla infused. Here's the thing. Okay, I bought a bunch of them, right? Last year, I bought a bunch of them for Christmas presents for everybody. And I ended up downing some of them, right? I ended up downing some of them. Right? So, and then I had to get more for presents, and I almost blew it because I almost didn't have any to give away. All right. But that's what I do. I don't know what to say, right? All right. Let's get this going. I'm glad you guys like that movie too, Elf. You want to blend this smooth. You don't want to pulse it. You want to blend it smooth. Yes, maple syrup is amazing. I use a lot of it. Oh my God, wait till you try. BB Acaro, wait till you try the maple syrup. I'll link down below. Your mind is... I'm serious. We want more movie tips, Cold White Spring says. I'm blending this till it's smooth. Now what happens with wild blueberries is they gel up. So much pectin. And I love that. All right, so we're good now. All right, here we go. Now I'm going to spoon this in, not pour it in. I don't want to make a disaster here. I don't want disaster to happen, right? Right, Lorraine? Disaster relief, remember that? A while back. Medical medium in the kitchen. Creating disasters. And I know you were just kidding, but remember that? Wasn't that funny? I still think about that. So I'm putting the filling here. Now remember, this filling, it hardens up. You can put this in the fridge overnight. I recommend putting it in the fridge overnight before serving it the next day. You want to make this the day before. That's what you want to do. Okay? I love The Mandalorian, Cold White Spring says. Oh yeah, no, I love that show. Wow, I love that show. It's a great show. It's a great show. Yeah, absolutely. I don't get a chance to watch too much, but when I do, it's usually like after I like had a day, I was like, let me watch 15 minutes. And then Spirit of Compassion is like, look, you got work to do. You can't be watching too much. I'm like, oh God, okay. All right, you guys, I'm putting this together. All right, so now you don't want, here's what I did. I made one the other day. I made one like, I don't know, it was last month or something, right? Because I wanted to have one for myself. And I made one. And I dumped the filling right on top of the pie. And it just filled it all the way to the top. And it didn't look like a pie anymore. It's a pie. That's what it is. So, and this is going to come out so nice. This is just beautiful right here. These are just gorgeous. Do you guys see this? Right? Stick in the freezer for 2 hours and then serve. Put it in the freezer or put it in the fridge overnight. don't put it in the freezer overnight before you serve it. Stick it in the freezer for 2 hours before you serve it. That's good too. But you can stick it in the fridge overnight. Yeah, Spirit of Compassion says no slacking. Joe, exactly. So yeah, it hardens it up a little bit. It does. It hardens it up a little bit. Look how gorgeous this is. I got enough filling for another one, and I could actually probably make one more pie shell if I put some... Oh, I got mulberries around here. I could do that. I can make another one for you guys. I might make a third one. Okay? I think I'm going to make a third one for us today. That's what I'm going to do. All right. What do you guys think about these pies? There we go. Okay, there we are. Just gorgeous. Really, really, really pretty. Look at this. Beautiful. I'll just give you guys a close-up. Right? I mean, how can you go wrong with this? There's no lard in here. There's no canola in here. There's no bad stuff in here. There's no hydrogenated, smogenated, whatever. Right? Each person has their own pie, if they'd like. Each person has their own pie. So let's top it off. Let's do a little top off here, okay? Take a look, you guys. You ready? I got some. Look at that. I love this camera trick thing. This camera trick is just a whole new level. I gotta hand it to my crew. This camera trick is insane. I was just like, what? When they did it, I was like, when they did this camera thing, you guys, when they did this camera thing, we were getting ready for Amazon Live, they're like, AW, get on there for a little test run. I'm like, what are you talking about? And then they did this camera trick, and I jumped away. I got scared. I was like, what? What happened? What is that? Now, you want them sprinkled about. You don't want them mounded up. So you don't want them mounded up everywhere. You want them just, you want them sprinkled about. You don't want them all mounded up in this big pile. Just a tip, if you guys want this to look good, right? But don't listen to me on that. It's whatever you want to do, okay? Don't listen to everything I say with this cooking thing, because you guys might like it a different way and be like, AW was wrong. I like it this way. You know what? That's okay. You can tell AW that. You can be like, AW, you can leave a comment and say, I like it this way. That's fine. I'll be like, you know what? Thank God you're eating these. Because then I did something right. Something right if I know you guys are eating this healthy. Incredible. Incredible. Wild blueberries. That's different than the regular blueberries. I'll give you a tip real quick on that. Massive difference between wild blueberries for health and regular blueberries for health. That alone, please know. That alone, please know, okay, is incredible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little cleanup is what I do here, okay? And you want to do this for your company too, because when you're making this, you can't help but not get the edge of the plate. And I'll show you right here, you guys. So maybe I'll get a close-up right here. When you're doing these pies, you can't help but to get the edge kind of dirty, because that's just natural. I mean, you can't not do that. So what I'm doing is, check this out. So what you do is you clean this up, at least the rim to start with, okay? Because you want this to pop. You want that dish to pop. That's what you want to do. And then you can clean up the bottom of the dish too, right? So you can clean up the bottom of the dish too, and that's where I love the damp towels. You guys, if you just got here, this is the towel I use. The link is below. I love this towel, okay? Such a great towel. There you go. Look at that. That's one pie right there. Let me clean up the next one. This towel can take a licking, and it keeps on ticking. I got some other towels one time, and they repelled water. And I'm like, why is this thing repelling water? And then I realized there was a dangerous chemical, and I was like, why is this repelling water? And this set of towels I have, they're just really good. They don't repel water, and they're grippy, so you can clean your hands easy and surfaces easy because they're grippy. It's not like it slides. It's nice and grippy. I love it right there. Incredible. So I did a little cleaning up. Let me clean the bottom up a little bit. Okay. There you go. Let me clean the bottom up a little bit. So these are these two beautiful pies. I'm going to grind up and make one more while we're still doing this, okay? And then we can answer some questions too, maybe. I can do some question answering. You love those towels? Kathy? Amazing. Looks yummy? So if you guys just got on here, these are linked below. I'm buying them for presents for family and friends. Actually, no, I think those, I think they're out of stock right now. That's what it is. I think they're out of stock. But, you know, look, just got to like check into it once in a while. Come back to the, you know, show. I think we probably sold them out doing this live is what happened. We sold them out doing this live. But there's other cool things too. I got some other cool stuff. Yeah, it takes a licking, keeps on ticking. Let's make one more. I got filling for another one there. I'm going to make one more crust real quick, you guys. If you just came on here, right? Switching these out. All right. We got some white mulberries. Pop those in. Okay? Link below for the white mulberries. Link below for the white mulberries. Make one more crust. Nice quick crust here. Right? Dates. Remember what I taught you guys. Look out for those little end caps. Stem caps. Look out. Don't get that in there. Take the stem cap off. I promise you, you'll love me for it. Without knowing that. Without even knowing. Because you won't have somebody with a broken tooth. You won't have an angry family member that goes, oh my God, crack? Something happened. Like, what is it, Aunt Martha? Like, what happened, Aunt Martha? What happened? I don't know. I was eating your date. I was eating your date treat. And, oh, there's another cap right there. Taking the cap off. I was eating the date treat and it just popped out my root canal. I just chipped my tooth and it broke my root canal. My crown just popped out. My crown. So you don't want that happening. So these things matter. You guys are amazing. Do you soak your dates first? No, I don't, but you can. Okay. A date tip. Critical date tip. If you buy them in a case, if you buy the dates in a case, right? No one touched them. They were dumped into the case or placed in the case with someone with gloves on. If you buy the case, and there's a link. You can check out the link of the dates that I'm using right below. Okay, when you buy it in a case, right, you guys? Here's an important tip. Hang on for this. If you buy them in the store, and they're out in the store, they're like displayed. Say they're in the store and they're in a basket in the produce section. That means everybody's touched them and the stickiness of date grabbed everybody's cooties. Everybody's cooties. All that cootie all went on the dates and it stayed on the dates. So if you buy your dates and they're exposed in the store, even if they're in one of those trays and you pop open the lid of the tray and everybody's using a utensil. So let's pretend that's the situation, right? Let's pretend that's the situation, okay? Let's pretend they're in some like plexiglass covered thing. You open up the plexiglass thing and you grab the handle and you go, first of all, the handle's really dirty. Everybody grab the handle. So you grab the handle and now you're getting your dates. But everybody's hands kind of go in there with it and just touch everything. It's never like anybody's perfect, like it's that game operation when you're a kid. It's not like that old game operation when people are being really precise and they're like, I'm not going to let my hand touch all those dates inside there. Let me just grab that one date. No, everybody's hands are going in there, even when there's tongs. That's what I've learned. So you want to wash those dates. I would even stick those dates. In the oven for like 20 minutes to burn off any cooties. But when you buy them in the case, like linked below, no one did that. They were like farm with gloves on, dumped into the cases, and then somebody with gloves kind of just set them just right and put the lid back on. And that's linked below, the one I just showed you right there. All right, let's get these in here. You guys like these tips? I just want to ask you, are these tips getting old? That's what I want to know. I want to know. because when I was going to do this show, the Amazon Live cooking show, I wanted to give you all these tips with all these things, right? And all the stuff. Are all these tips getting old? Right? A friend of mine said, those tips are going to get old fast. I'm like, that's really negative, man. No. It's like, yeah, they're going to get old quick. You guys okay about the tips? Right? They never get old? Incredible. So I should still do them, right? We should just, because I got a million tips. I got so many tips, you guys. Like a lot of tips. So, and I'm going to show you guys how to wash produce. I'm going to show you that kind of stuff too. Like all kinds of things. Like just a lot of tips. So you guys are cool. All right, cool. No way. The tips are a godsend. Whoa, look at the comments, man. You guys, okay. You guys are, okay. You guys are showing me that the tips are cool. All right, well then I'm pumped. Then I'm pumped because I'm honored because I want to do that. All right, I'm gonna make a crust right now. So I almost fall over. Here we go. Let's get the top on this. Don't slip on a banana peel. I almost did. Priceless, the tips are priceless. Incredible. Let's make some more dough. I'm gonna make one more pie. More dips. Incredible, you guys. I'm gonna pulse this for a second. Don't slip, AW. So we're making some dough again. I might be able to make 2 more. So you guys, I know I saw a couple of asks about the food processor. I have it below. So I linked the food processor below, letting you know. It's a great present. I love these presents. Love it, love it, love it, love it. All right, so I just made a dough ball. Now, I'm proud of myself about this dough ball. This one came out like it's supposed to, right? So this dough ball came out like it's supposed to, right there. I want to show you a close-up on this dough ball. That's what came out of that processor. So remember now, if you just came on here, you can do your pie crust with fat in there. What I mean by that, overt fat, is I mean like walnuts and dates. You can do coconut and dates. I'm doing mine with white mulberry and dates. But look at that dough ball. Isn't that great? You have that food processor? Kathy Hill says I have that food processor. So let's make 2 more pie crusts real quick and do that. I have enough crust, it looks like, for both. Okay? So there you go. Now, you don't want that pie crust too thick. You don't want it too thick. You want that contrast just right. Now, I'm pushing it down in there. You don't want it too thick. There we go. How do you get the blueberry stains off your towels? Well, you just, look, all I know is for some reason when I wash them, everything just comes out. A lot of my towels have stains on them though. But that's okay. That's like natural. They're still washed. Sometimes you're going to have stains that stick around. I got towels that have some stains on them. You know, from cooking and everything else. Like wild blueberry juice. Wild blueberry juice is just it's so strong. Those anthocyanins just stain things, right? The color. Yeah, so I'm making a couple more pie crusts, right? That's what I'm doing here. All right, there we go. You can dampen your fingers with some water. I'm not doing that. I don't have to. For some reason, it's working out really good. It's healing stains, Renata says. Amazon customer says SOC must help you with your laundry. Well, that would be great if that was true. No, AW's got to throw stuff in the laundry is what AW has to do. He has to throw stuff in the wash machine. Yeah. all his spare time. You guys, now listen, I know the holidays come and everybody falls off the wagon. Let's just have a heart-to-heart for a minute while I make these pie crusts. One of the reasons why I like this dessert is because it's one of those get back on the wagons, and maybe even one of those stop someone from falling off the wagon. I don't shame anybody for falling off the wagon. You guys know that. You guys fall off. You can fall off that wagon so hard you bang your head. You can fall off that wagon so hard you hit the ground. That's how you, and I still won't shame you. I won't be like, I won't judge you. I won't judge anybody. I won't. A friend of mine eats whatever he wants, and he's just like, I just had a bacon double cheese dog, and I'm just like, okay. All right. He says, I'll get back on the wagon, AW, I promise. Known him for like 30 years. He's a doctor friend. He's like, I'll get back on the wagon. All right. This is coming out really good. I got a couple of crusts going. Right? Just getting the crust nice and good. You guys, anybody who's using iPads and they're having issues, try to use the phone and not the iPad. Just something that might help. If you guys are having issues, try to use your computer or your phone. iPads, for some reason, aren't really working really good with this. So if you're having issues, the iPads don't work as much, don't work as good with this Amazon Live for some reason. That's what my tech crew is telling me. They're telling me that you want to use your phone or your computer, right? You know, when I was doing this Amazon Live show, I was like, you know what? It's going to take a tech crew. It's going to take, my crew, right? And everything else. I said, you know what? It's worth it, though, for everybody. It's worth it. It's worth it because everybody's going to get the cooking tips. They're going to get, knowing what I do and what I use and stuff like that. I mean, I'm hoping to really do this show long term and cover so much ground in the field of cooking that everybody's like, whoa. It paused on the iPhone, it could do that. You're watching on the iPad, it's fine. That's good news. Maybe I'm wrong. And you can also watch the replay too. You can watch the replay if anything kind of happens too, like that. You can watch the replay. So I'm just making this pie crust just right. I want these pie crusts to look good. Okay. So I'm adding a little bit more crust in here. There we go. It's coming together nice, you guys. You see those beautiful blueberry pies right there? Those are blueberry pies. I promise you this. When you taste those, and that's from Cleanse to Heal, the recipe there. When you taste those, you're just going to be like, knock your socks off. And when you use that maple syrup that I have linked down below, the cinnamon vanilla infused maple syrup, I'm just going to give you a forewarning about that maple syrup. Let me give you a forewarning about that maple syrup. Try not to eat it all before you give the presents away. That's just a little advice from the person who drank that stuff before giving it away. Just like Elf. Yeah. Too great. All right, so we got one right there. Okay, I just want them to look really good. And there's a meditative state you can be in with this one when you're making this. There you go. That one's perfect. Let's just finish this one off right now. Just love these. So, on the holidays, what's some of the things you guys like to do? Are you guys early risers? That's a question I always wanted to ask you. Because, are you guys early risers? Are you guys late risers? Who's a night owl? Who's up all night? That's one thing right there. How many of you guys are up all night? And then you sleep late morning and sleep late in the day. I know a lot of people that do that, where they feel like their brain's working in the middle of the night. It's like working with clay. It is. It's like working with clay. Night owl by nature. Whoa, I tried it. Night owl by nature. Night owl? Early riser? Whoa. Early riser. You guys are early risers? You too? Late riser. Me, you're night owls. This is like a meditative art right here. That's what this is, a meditative art. So we just got those there. You guys are night owls and early risers. You're a late riser? Whoa. 6 a.m. most days. Sleep during the night. You sleep good during the night. Early riser, early riser. Late riser. All right, you guys, let's just get the bananas in here. This time I'm going to do a little bit of mango in here, so I'm going to switch it up, you guys. I'm going to do a mango bottom if you guys are okay with that. So, actually, you know what? I'll do banana because you know what? They're all banana. I can keep them all banana. We can do that. Open up the banana. Let's slice it up a little bit. So, let me do a little banana slicing right here. Let's get these going here. I want to give you a tip about the banana. You guys might not know this tip. Let's do this, okay? You can section the banana when it's at a certain form of ripeness, right? And when it's a little bit harder than this, I think, here we go. We might have it. Here we go. You'll notice that the banana is not just a banana. It's actually, you can section it in 3 pieces here. Take a look at this. I don't know if you guys ever knew this, but that's what you can do. Well, that's the banana right there. That's the center of the banana, that vein, right? The vein. So the banana isn't just a solid banana. It's actually 3 parts. The banana is actually 3 parts, which is really cool. So here's a part right here. So I'm taking the banana apart. Look at this. Look at that. I took the banana apart. That's actually, it's a 3-part banana. Take a look at this. You see this? Hey, watch this. Look, there's the 3 parts. What do you guys think about that? Isn't that amazing? You can do different stuff with that. I'll show you some tips about how to make different things by actually sectioning the bananas like this. No way. How cool, right? You see that? Sueta, you see that? I sectioned my bananas as a kid. You did? That's incredible. You really did? That's amazing. It looks insane, right? It's cool. How tricky, right? You never knew that? Whoa, it's another awesome tip. Yeah, it's a great tip. I mean, I'm sure other people know it because look, some people aren't here actually do it. But yeah, that's one thing right there I wanted to show you. So I'm going to move these over. You guys, we can do this all day. We can do the medical medium cooking show all day if we want tips galore. Right? So let's cut some pieces. Okay, there we go. Don't want them too thick. Fill in the pie shells. Don't want them too thick, okay? There we go. You don't want somebody going into their pie and being like, what the heck was down there? Like, what the heck was in there? You don't want a banana. You don't want a big piece of banana in the pie and someone's eating it and they're like, what? What the heck? WT, what? What did you put down in there? You know, your aunt is going to be like, dear, what did you put in my pie? It's a banana piece, right? Or like grandma, you make the pie for grandma. It's like, grandma, that's actually a big piece of banana. Sorry about that. I was supposed to put little pieces in there like this. All right, so let's move these out. Try to show you guys. Get a little different camera view, right? So we're just making 2 more. That's what we're doing. So let's just get these down in here. And you could do the half moons to kind of like, what you really like. Everybody seemed to like those. But we'll keep it like this. This is fine. And you don't want it too high. I'm going to tell you that. You don't want the bananas too high. You want them down in there, okay? You don't want them too high up on the rim. Okay, I'm going to cut a little bit of a half moon here. There we go. Look at that. That's perfect, actually. Yeah. So you don't want them too high. Let's do another. I see. So we'll keep them down lower. I see. Hey, W, do it right. Yeah, we'll do them down here, okay? We'll do them lower in this one. You don't want them too high. Remember that. All right, let's get some filling going. We're gonna make 4 pies. That's what we're doing right now. I'm actually really excited about this. Let's get these up. All right, you guys. This is a way to really kind of ground yourself. You know, grounding is critical. Grounding is critical. So this is a great way to ground yourself. That's what I love about this. I'm going to put a few more wild blueberries in here, right? You want to ground yourself when you're doing this. That's what it does. That's what it's doing for you. Keep that in mind. All right? Let's get some wild blueberries in there. Sorry about the loud noises. And we got the wild blueberries in there, which is great. We're going to put a little bit more banana in here. Remember, you have the option of putting mango in there, right? You do have the option of putting mango in there. Let's blend that. And then we're going to put a little bit of that crazy good, the link is below, crazy good maple syrup. Check out that maple syrup, and you're going to be mind blown when you have that maple syrup. It's not the norm. It's not. You're going to be mind blown, right? Keep that in mind. Let's give this a run real quick. It's the wild blueberry pie. You'll find this recipe at medicalmedium.com. I'm going to post it on the blog right after the show. You love grounding experiences, Trisha Hall says. Incredible. I'm making the pie filling right now. He says he'll post the recipe later. Absolutely, guys. Any mango tips, AW? Yeah, I got mango tips. I got so many mango tips popping out of my ears. All right, we got the filling. We got the filling going on, you guys. Let's go with some filling right here. So if you guys take a look close up here, you'll see it go in here. Can you use frozen fruits, frozen wild blueberries? You can use frozen mango as the option, the alternative option. But look at this. This is going to be so good. Like I said before, put it in the fridge overnight before serving it the next day. Put it in the fridge overnight, right? Look at that. Or freezer for 2 hours before serving. So if you're making it during the day, put it in the freezer for an hour before serving. That's fine too. 2 hours is best, right? Look at this. This is just as gorgeous right here. Look at all that blue, purple, blue, anthocyanins. Look at all of that. We're talking about power. We're talking about some serious power there, right? Look at that. Look at that. Don't want to go higher than that. Like I said before, you don't want to go higher than that. Let's get some blueberries on top. Let's get a few blueberries on top. Sprinkle them on top here. Right? There you go, you guys. You don't want to overdo it with the topping. You don't want to accidentally put like so many on there that you don't even like. You don't want so many on here where it's like it got a little out of control. You want to be able to hold back a little bit, right? There you go. Just want to sprinkle these on. Look at that. Let's get some on here. Sprinkle on there. There you go. You know, I got so many tips. I got mango tips, and I can give them to you on another cooking show, too. I hope you guys subscribe to this show. Subscribe to the show. Follow the show. Medical Medium Cooking Live. Follow the show. Because this is going to be like serious stuff we're doing. It's another window into medical medium information. It's another window into medical medium, personal kitchen stuff that I do every day. There's a window in there, right? I want you guys to be able to see as much as you can, so you could use this stuff for yourself. So you see as much as you can. So you could be like, whoa, I can do that. Whoa, I'm cleaning up the bottom of the dish too. I'm cleaning up the top on this one too. Look at that. I'm going to down these babies. I'm going to down these later. This is going to be my dinner, actually. That's what I'm going to do. This is going to be my dinner. Guys, I'm reading your comments. So, recipe will be posted on all medical medium social media platforms. IG, whatever. Right? Cleaning up the pie dish here. You can also find them at medicalmedium.com. The wild blueberry one, I'm on the blog post. I'm posting right after this. Cleanse to heal, that's where there are. So here we go. Take a look, you guys. What do you think? Tell me what you think right there. Yep. So the first two recipes we did, let's show you. Let's get that going. I want to show you here. We did this one. Apple cinnamon stuffed dates. Incredible. Incredible, right? Maybe we can get a close-up too. We can get a close-up here. See what we got. I don't know. I don't want to hit the pies, but I think you guys can see it. Now let's take a look at here. Look at that. And we did that right there. And I'll show you those. This is in Cleanse to Heal, you guys. That's a great present too. Keep in mind the book is jammed, packed, powerful stuff. Powerful stuff. Watch the replay if you can. There's 75 recipes in there. And look at this. I'm going to fill this a little bit more. Seems to have settled down. So let me fill these a little bit more. Bear with me, you guys. This is the apple pie filling. Look at that. Let's get this taken care of. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, I'm impressed. I thought it was going to be a disaster. But it came out really good. What? Oh my God. You guys like it? It looks good? Thought I was going to mess it all up. Okay? And this is cinnamon sticks you guys can use anytime you want, anywhere you want. You can use these cinnamon sticks right here. I mean, I use them for all kinds of things. I got these white mulberries over here. I got coconut over here if you want to do the coconut version. You guys, I just want to let you know, I'll see you Tuesday, 3 o'clock Eastern, 12 o'clock Pacific. I'm doing holiday drinks. Holiday drinks. Tuesday. 3 o'clock Eastern, 12 o'clock Pacific. I can't wait. Guys, are you pumped? Because this is a really good. Ashley Kiven, good to see you. Looks insane, doesn't it? Incredible. You guys, amazing. I'm going to totally veg out and going to tank the food. I'm going to have a nice dinner with all of this. I'm going to start with these right here. And I'm going to move on to those. And then I'm going to have these right here. I'll give you a little window onto those. I'm going to have these later on. And yeah, I'm going to be revved up to work on the book for the book deadline. I'm pumped. Watch the replay. And I just want to let you guys know, I got a lot more tips. So this medical medium cooking show is going to get insane. Anyway, I love you guys greatly, okay? My heart goes out to you, all you guys. My heart's with you, okay? You guys know that, right? You know we're in it. You know we're in it to win it for the chronically ill. Everybody knows that. You guys know the medical medium message. It's about having the back of the chronically ill. Everybody knows that about medical medium information. We got to have the back of the chronically ill. People who've got all kinds of stuff going on. Got to have everybody's back. That's what it's always been about. Okay? Rising out of the ashes. I love you guys. And I'll